The words often hover in your throat. You review the grammar in your head, and you know the vocabulary, but the sound won't come out. When it is time to speak, your mind stays quiet. We approach English like a math test. We calculate every preposition before speaking, searching for the single correct answer. Speaking requires coordinating several facial muscles. It is a physical act, yet we spend our time on mental theory rather than physical exercise. Leo reads English emails for his city office and understands the movies he watches at night. But in a live meeting, his heart beats against his ribs while he struggles to say, "I think." Passive study keeps you silent. To participate in the conversation, the grammar books must give way to vocal practice. Leo used to stare at lists of single vocabulary words for hours. In a fast-moving conversation, pulling those isolated words from memory takes too long, which is why he often froze. His colleague Maria suggested a different rule. Stop focusing on single words and start learning in complete conversational blocks, or chunks. Using suggest alone requires building a sentence from scratch. The phrase, "I would like to suggest," is a pre-assembled unit. These units slide into conversation without word-by-word translation, allowing your brain to express a complete thought without delay. Fluency comes from having these pre-built phrases ready to deploy without hesitation. To build the physical strength for these phrases, Maria suggested a 5-minute daily mirror workout. This habit builds the muscle memory required for spontaneous speech. The routine involves standing in front of your reflection and asking a question, such as, "What are my plans for today?" You then answer that question out loud. You must speak at a normal volume. Silence or whispering skips the physical training your jaw and tongue require to master English sounds. Expect to feel awkward. Your facial muscles are learning unfamiliar positions, and the sounds may feel strange in your mouth at first. This physical resistance is necessary. You are training the muscles of the face to produce sounds that do not exist in your native language. The final rule involves redefining what a mistake means. In language training, we can view an error as a necessary repetition rather than a failure. Leo tested this during his morning coffee run. He intended to order a cup of coffee, but his nerves caused him to say cup of coffee instead. The cashier understood him and handed over the drink. Even with the wrong vowel sound, Leo achieved his goal. This graphic counter tracks progress differently. Each error counts as a physical repetition, moving you closer to automatic speech. A mistake is evidence of practice. A student who stays silent to avoid errors makes less progress than a speaker who uses their voice imperfectly. During the next office meeting, Leo didn't wait for his face to turn red. He leaned forward and said, "I would like to suggest a new idea." The room remained quiet, but this time, the manager was listening to Leo's point. Leo succeeded by training in chunks, practicing out loud in the mirror, and treating his mistakes as progress. You can start this process right now. When this video ends, open the front-facing camera on your phone. Look into the lens and say this phrase 10 times out loud. "I am going to speak English confidently." Perfection is an illusion that keeps you silent. If you are ready to start speaking, leave a comment saying, "I am ready," and subscribe.